Hello you guys, welcome to GK Beauty. We are in for a treat today. My husband Will is picking out my makeup today, and the rules are, there really weren't many rules, but the rules were that I can't physically be in the room while he picks out the makeup, so I did give him a list of everything I use to complete a look. So based off of that, he's going to pick products out of my makeup room. So I'm going to go get him. We're going to get started today, and this is going to be my husband does my makeup.
Welcome to GK Beauty. My wife gave me the option of choosing her makeup for today. So I'm gonna start off with primers. So right now, my three options are e.l.f. Moisture Lock Primer. Then we have the Porefessional Pore Primer. And then we have the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. So I don't know a whole lot about makeup. So what should I go with? I think I will go with the Porefessional Pore Primer. Okay. One step down, many up. Okay, so now I'm on to concealers. I've already chosen one. It's kind of easy. And I am going to choose the Huda Beauty, the Overachiever Concealer. So, on to foundation. I don't know much about it, so I'm gonna wing it. So we have the Morphe F1.10 Matte Foundation. We have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Foundation. We have the Tarte Face Tape Foundation. We have some more Huda Beauty Foundation. And we also have the Morphe F1.120 Matte Foundation. I think I'm gonna go with is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Foundation. Decisions. So now on next up, I'm gonna be choosing face powders. So we have Jeffree Star's Translucent Face Powder. We have Becca Hydra Mist Face Powder. And we also have Airspun Loose Face Powder. Knowing my wife, she loves Jeffree Star, so I'm gonna go with the Translucent Face Powder. We have Jeffree Star Supreme Frost Frozen Peach Primer. We also have Supreme Frost Diamond Wet Primer by Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star Liquid Frost Primer. Jeffree Star Liquid Frost Primer, once again. I guess a different kind, I don't know, different colors, whatever. And we also have Jeffree Star Brainfreeze. So out of all of these options, what could I go with? You know what? I think I'm gonna go with Jeffree Star Brainfreeze. Babe, what's the last one? It says butter bronzer.
It's like a contour bronzer blush.
Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna be choosing a blush slash bronzer, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but hey, I'm go with it. So we have butter bronzer. We have, what is it? BH Cosmetics Wave Neutrals, I think. And I'll show you the inside too. Then we have the Saharan Blush Volume 2. And then we have Morphe. Yes. Don't know the name of the palette, so that's why I said Morphe. Okay. So, all the options I have. Juvia's Place, sorry. Juvia's Place, the Saharan Blush Volume number 2. So, now we're going to get to the eyebrow part, which I have 3 options. I don't really know much about eyebrows, but go through them. So we have the Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit, I think. Then we have Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. Then we have Urban Decay Brow Blade. I think I'm gonna go with, kind of looks actually kind of cool, is the Precisely My Brow Pencil. And last but not least, I'm going to be going with eyeliner. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 options. So I have Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid liner. Then I have Too Faced Better Than Sex Easy Glide Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. Then I have Beauty Bakery Lollipop Liner. Sorry, Claire kind of had me not be able to read it. And then, last but not least, I have NYX Professional Makeup Epic Ink Liner. That's a mouthful right there. So, excuse me once again. I think I'm going to go with the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid liner. So, I have 2 more things. It's going to be eyeshadow and lips. So I have all these options. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drawers to choose from. So, I'm not going to read off every single one, or we're going to be here for a couple years. I'm going to go with this one. I'm not going to spoil it. I'll just have it up.
You need 4 colors, babe.
That is the frame. So, the 4 colors I am going to go with. I'll go with, you know what? Galaxy. No, I'll go with some Momentum. And then I'll go with Carbon because this could bite me in the butt later. And I'll spice it up a little bit, and I will go with Supermoon. Oh, this is going to be such a bad decision. So, now that I horribly chose out those, I have to go to lips. And there are so many different shades and everything. I'm just going to reach in there. It's all Jeffree Star. And I'm going to go with it. So, we are going to go with Jeffree Star, I'm Nude. If you can read that, I'm sorry. If you can't. And I think that is it. So this is probably going to be a challenge. Or it's not, because I probably just chose everything that you wanted except for the eyeshadow. So, well, thank you for having me, and next you'll see my wife put it all on, and hopefully I didn't do a bad job. Have a good night, guys. Bye.
All right, guys, so that was my husband. Thank you, Will, for being such an amazing trooper. He is very sickly, and believe it or not, I made him do this literally right before bed. So I thank you for your patience. You're amazing. I love you so much. But let's jump right into this. So the first product he picked, not the first product he picked, but the first product I'm going to start with is the Precisely My Brow Pencil in number 3. This is like kind of a taupey color, so I usually start with my brows. I don't prep them or anything. I usually brush them up. I just go ahead and use the spoolie. And I will be looking, trying not to look at my viewfinder, but also trying to use my Jeffree Star mirror, so I'll get a little bit of a better look. But I don't think it'll be in the way for you guys. No, it won't. Perfect. Okay. So brush them out. Okay, so we're finished putting the brows on. Now I'm going to go ahead and carve them out with he didn't choose an eye primer, which I usually go for an eye primer, but he did choose the Huda Booty, as he said, the Huda Beauty, the Overachiever Concealer. So I got that and put it right on the back of my hand over here, and let's go in. I usually have a hard time using this product on my eyelids just because it's a little thicker and dries quick. Let's see how it works though. All right, sorry, got a call. Back to the eyebrow. Okay, so now that I finished carving out my brows, not quite done with them yet, but I still have more product left on the back of my hand, so I'm gonna go ahead and also use that as my eye primer. So I'm gonna put this on here. Don't need much with this product, you really don't, because it is very, very pigmented. A little goes a very long way. I'm actually going to take my Jeffree Star JS3 brush and just finish putting that right on there. Being very careful not to touch my brow. Okay, so now I am going to go in with the setting powder he chose. I believe it was the Jeffree Star setting powder. Where is that? Right here. I love this. It smells like cotton candy. It's so good. I'm just gonna take very, very little amount onto a microfiber sponge. I really like these for powder products, but I specifically keep them to powder. They just work better for me that way. Okay, so a little trick I do with my eyebrows, because I don't like the front too dark because it just looks unnatural to me. I actually go in with some powder. I make sure to get some excess off first, but I go right at the front of my brow just to lighten it up a bit. It's not taking any color off or anything like that. Again, I'm going back in over here, getting the excess off on my hand. Too much just makes for a powdery brow, and you don't want to do that. But again, going in right here. Right, and that did go ahead and light up the front of my brows a lot. If there is any excess powder on there, no big deal. You take the spoolie at the end of the brush and you're gonna brush it right out. So I'm gonna go in back with the Precisely My Brow pencil and just brush, 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 brush. Same thing over here, brush, 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 brush. Perfect. Awesome. And I just personally think that that adds a little bit more of a natural effect to your brows. I will go in at the end and add clear gel onto that. Okay, so next up, I'm going to do my eyeshadow. He picked the Mercury Retrograde palette by Huda Beauty. If you watched last episode, you would also know that he got this for me for Christmas, so he was quite excited to see me play with it. He did go for more of a more safer look today. He knows I like sparkly stuff, so he went ahead and stuck with that. But he chose Galaxy, Momentum, Karma, and Supermoon. So the Supermoon and Galaxy are the two kind of shimmery holographic colors, and then the Momentum and Karma is kind of the more blending shades or the shades to use to kind of play your color up a little bit more. So I already know right off the bat that I'm going to be dipping a lot into Karma since it's one of the darker shades. So let's start with that. All right, so this shade is very, very pigmented. I like it a lot. The shade color, again, is Karma. I feel like this is one of the ones that I would kind of go to on the daily day basis. I really like the two color combinations he picked. I only have dipped into Karma so far. Again, I'll show you what it looks like in the pan. It's this one right here. I really, really like it. It's very pigmented, very easy to blend, very easy to smoke out, which I love a lot. So what I'm going for in this look is that I'm putting Karma right over here, and then I'm going in with Momentum, which is this color right here, and smoking out the outer edge over here. And then he picked two shimmery shades. So I'm going to take Galaxy on the innermost part right here on my eye, and then I'm gonna finish off with some Supermoon right here on the corner. So that's what I'm going for. I'm going to finish smoking this out over here. I'm really liking the way it looks so far. Okay, so now I'm taking the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe brush collection in JH32. It's a little fluffy brush. Make sure it's clean. I'm gonna go in and tap into Momentum. And put that right on top right here. I really like how soft and almost rosy that makes the color at the top. It's definitely a very good transitioning color. I like that a lot. I'm going back in with Karma and just bringing out that smokiness a little further in on the inner corner. I'm gonna tap off that excess so I don't have to go in too much with the beauty wipe at the end of the eye look. So again, I'm just bringing that in. Now I will add, these brushes are working amazingly with this product. So if you do have the Jaclyn Hill brush set, I would recommend using it with that. Actually, any of the Morphe brushes you can never go wrong with, so. Okay. Don't want to lose any color by blending over here, but I will keep going back and forth. I think that's a very pretty blend. So I'm gonna go in with Galaxy right here. Pick product up, and now I'm not going crazy in the pan. I'm literally tapping it with my finger because that's the exact same motion I'm using on my eye. And I'm going to go in. Look, that was really good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do my other eye, and I'll be right back. So next, you picked the liquid liner by Anastasia Beverly Hills. So let me go ahead and put this on. Be right back. All right, guys, so I have the eyeshadow on. I have the eyeliner on that he chose. I like the way it came out lots. And now I have, moving on to the Porefessional Poreless Primer. It's a love-hate kind of relationship between me and this guy. It honestly depends on how my skin is, but with that being said, let's go ahead and put this baby on. Now it is time for the foundation. Will chose the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation in the shade 150W. I'm going to go ahead in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush in A30. This is their foundation brush. When the lady was putting it on me at Ulta, I was just like, oh my god. And then I bought it, so there's that. I'm gonna go in and tap it in with a beauty blender. No product on it. I'm just tapping the product that is already in my skin, on my skin, excuse me. We're gonna go in with the Jeffree Star in JS3. Gonna take that product right there onto my brush and so I'm going to get the translucent powder out just because I do go in with a normal beauty blender I was blending in before, opposed to the microfiber beauty blender I'm going to use for the powder, which is the Jeffree Star powder, shade translucent. I'm gonna go in with this one and I'm just going to tap the product where I want it to stay. Woo, smells like cotton candy. It's so good. Okay, so now that I have this powder on my face, I'm going to start with contour, and this is what I'm kind of nervous about. So bless my dear, dear husband. Doesn't know much about makeup, knows usually what I use. So I think he usually sees me use the Juvia's Place palette, but he actually went with that one blush palette as a blush and contour. So there is this tone up here that I could possibly use for contour. I think it is way too warm, but I am going to go in very, very lightly on a fluffy brush and try to pick up a little bit of pigment at a time. And what I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna brush it right there and go in with it. Okay, it's not too bad, I don't think. Let's finish it off. So now this is the part that I'm kind of worried about. I took a little bit over here on this brush, and I'm going to lightly, hopefully, contour my nose. Okay, so let's start right here and build it all the way up over here. So I found that going up and contouring over here too makes my nose look just a tad bit longer. So I really focus that too. So I usually go in and use this shade right here and this shade, actually this little trio over here. But today, because we did more of the purpley tone, I'm gonna go I'm gonna go lightly in with this, warm it up a little bit on my arm. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with Zoba, the more metallic shade. And I actually like a little bit of highlight, even though I have texture right here, just a little bit of highlight. Okay, so now that we are finally done with the eye look, I believe, finished the blush and contour over here. Let's move on to our highlighters. Okay, so I'm happy he picked this because it gives me a whole shade range to work with. This was actually a very good lifesaver for me on our honeymoon because these actually became eye toppers for a lot of my eye looks on our honeymoon. So I'm going to go in probably with my most used shade. You can see by looking at the pan, it's called Gold Breaker. Yes, Jeffree. I always spray my brush. If you're wondering what I'm doing before I go into my highlighter, I always spray my brush. Jeffree Star himself taught me this. Spray my brush with a little bit of either Fix Plus or whatever kind of setting spray you guys have and dip lightly into your highlighters. They will be that much pigmented. Look at that on that side. Last part of this makeup that I wish he kind of paid more attention to. he picked out the shade I'm Nude, which is literally my skin tone, I believe. So good job, Jeffree. But let's see how this looks, I guess. I really hope it's the one I'm thinking about. If this works, awesome. If it doesn't, we're gonna make it work. Not too bad. Okay, okay. Let's go ahead and put that in. This stuff is amazing. I absolutely love. I'm gonna do a close-up just so you guys can see the definition that it gives my eyebrows. Alright guys, so now I'm gonna go in with a fluffy brush, excuse me. Take this off my face over here. Okay, now let's Fix Plus this thing. Alright guys, and that brings us to a finish. This is the completed look. Not too bad, not too bad. I will say the Magic Star setting powder came in for the win because that Porefessional primer did not want to sit in my pores. Also, I think it did really work when I went in and tapped the foundation as well as the primer in my pores, because then it didn't have that like weird paintbrush dragged kind of look to it. So to zoom in one more time, I do have pores. I'm human. And that look on that Mercury Retrograde palette actually looked very good. I didn't know I could do anything smoky like this. I would think this came out of the nude palette if I hadn't literally just used Mercury Retrograde to create this look. But I believe this retails for about $60 to $65 at Sephora or on the Huda Beauty website. The Brainfreeze palette you can find on Jeffree Cosmetics website and Juvia's place. Of course, you can always find that at Ulta, and that's where I usually get it. Guys, I'd like to say thank you for dealing with me a second time around. I hope you liked the content. Like and subscribe to the channel. If you can, hit that bell button so you're notified whenever I make a new video. I'm going to be trying to bring in my best friend next time, and we're going to do a get together with us. He is fantastic, outrageous. You guys are in for it. Thank you so much for sticking around. And again, this is GK Beauty. Thank you guys.
Yeah, our wrists, they be dripping like it's water. Oh yeah, you know we got it going on. Laid up, chilling with somebody's daughter. Getting high, yeah, we smoking on the strong. We some ballers, baby, that's just how we're brought up. They saying different than they wrong. Leave your man, cause it's looking like you caught